Okay. It was exhausting typing that title. I feel compelled to use 100 characters out of 100 characters so I can, annoy as much as possible. I don't see this as something where someone is going to look at it. I just want to use up as much data, uh, as passive aggressively as I can. Also, it helps keep it filtered out of sight, away from the prying eyes of whatever. Anyway, I threw my back out. I can't get up. How long is this for? Oh, okay, that's long enough. So I said I'd complain about talking about the algorithm. Why are there so many people on YouTube who are women who are dressing up nice and putting on makeup and cute glasses and debunking things or morally scolding things, and the, the screen is them, it's their face talking, and they're dressed up. Uh, so basically, any person who thinks they're here's one. I just scrolled through the feed. This is one I'm getting now. You want to watch the ad? I don't want to watch the ad. I'm in a hurry. It's important. This is another ad. Okay. So she's this type of thing that I'm talking about. I just had to scroll for a little while. And they're kind of doing what I did, what they're sane and healthy and appealing and socially whatever, but they're just parking in front of the screen and yapping. So this one, I think I guess she's maybe a little bit like edgy, uh, like internet political stuff. Um, her description said Hazel Thayer says she's got her own website and Patreon. It's Canadian, like the guy with laser on the gun. It says reject dystopia. Join David is 2022. It has about 30,000 subscribers, which is not a lot for anything with boobs. Boobs. There's boobs. There's boobs. And, it's great that there's another one. Let's just keep scrolling until we get another one. There's Townsend's. He's got a shtick. Yeah, a whole shtick. Yes, dear. Important professional. Yeah. Are you at the park? Going to. Okay. You gave Maeve cat? Oh, Saskia. Okay, you're giving a 3-year-old money now to teach them life skills. Okay. All right. You mean lollipops? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Loose candy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do the advertisement for vanishing independent businesses. I don't think that's. I think it's just you're lamenting something that you know is desirable because it's harder to maintain. And well, yeah, I mean, there's stuff like that at a regular store, but it's that I forget what the words for it are, but they have like the register stuff, the impulse purchase stuff. Yeah, I guess I could relate some kind of um, personal whatever of that. They used to have like brands of candy maker candy that they would have at the grocery store uh, that they'd sell in by weight or whatever. Okay. Anyway, I think Linda's house is giving Misha you know respiratory uh, pulmonary disease or whatever. I don't think he should be there for a huge amount of time. I think very clearly, him immediately getting sick as soon as he went over there. Uh, 50 years of her farts and dead skin cells and whatever else. Saskia's coming with you. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do right now. The place is like a shithole. Like I've been, bacheloring it up, and I can't actually stand up. No, it's not. You're gonna leave me for some guy who can stand up. Well, oh, you're gonna go to go to him with your mom and get the jacket. Well, there's that. There's also is there something else of hers in storage that you were looking for and didn't find? Oh. You're just thinking about shopping because he wrote down a bunch of incriminating Looney Tunes. Well, I don't know if you brought up the sport that she was doing for the last 5 years. That was the most low effort thing in the world, and that was because that was the only thing she would do. And anytime she was enrolled in any kind of okay, he's just blaming you for something. He's just describing something where he's picking at her deficiencies instead of saying that she needs to work on anything or trying to work on it with her. He's just blaming you for all of it. Well, I think what he. Okay. When was that? When was the party? Okay. Did she tell you, or did she tell the did you tell Paula? Uh huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, all right, all right. I look. Okay. Well, I mean that was true when she was in your womb. That was true before you were pregnant, and it was visible and obvious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I all right. I think you should. I think you should kind of just drop trying to interact with him again. There's. I understand what your goal is. I understand. Well, no, no. Listen, I listen to Hugh do this. I've listened to lots of people talk about trapping. This is different. This one relationship is. All right. Was that self awareness? Just take a break from it because it's stressful and it's upsetting and it's not productive. The only thing I understand, but look, well, now that you've met your quota, please just disengage so that you can do things that are more productive than, you remember wait, shush for a second. You remember the story of like Xerxes or whatever whipping the ocean because the tide was coming in or whatever and he was punishing it. It's from like, the Persian guy. Well, maybe it was written by the Greeks. It sounded like slanderous things that they would, write about their rivals or enemies. But the idea of a boss who has an employee and they're trying to make the employee do what they want, and the employee isn't doing it. In fact, they're making the situation worse. If you actually care about the end product, whatever it is, engaging in this way and trying to, and see, this is the thing that I've consistently said. You get locked in to this like stubbornness thing where the other person has to do it like you say they. No, I understand. But look, what I'm saying is that the style of interacting with him that you have is kind of consistent with like how you send Saskia prompts for 3 paragraphs of writing. And it's the same thing every time, and you're demonstrating the intransigence. But that's fine. But it's just that the government and the courts and whatever, they're not really going to intervene in some kind of fair-minded and and that's a constructive way of thinking about it. That's a way of thinking about it where there's a point to doing it, and if you do it the right way, you can get what you want. I've tried to argue against that with you, and I've tried to argue basically that the court system is just like a shark, and your personal life is like blood, and right, okay, I mean, okay, but the way he plays it is according to some kind of bizarre rules like that. And so, every time he's using that, I'm a victim, rape, rape, rape kind of language where he's saying that you're violating some bullshit made up kind of thing. Well, look, you're right, right. And you asked him about it before and he agreed to it, but now, what happened was he told you have to do all the parenting because you're the mom, right? He just, he's going to be, his idea of being a dad is he flips out and gets angry at all of the things that are problems. Now everybody knows what the problems are. They can work on the things that he flipped out and got angry about. That isn't. Hold on. That isn't unusual in American workplace stupid boss logic, right? You can go very far in lots of business settings by performatively acting out uh, tremendous upset anytime everything's not working in a completely dysfunctional way, right? The chief of police can go on the news conference and talk about how exasperated and tired they are about all the shootings and homicides and killings or whatever. That doesn't actually fix anything, but it's like acting out that you are, you know, emotionally consistent with what your role is supposed to be as the authority figure, right? If the authority figure's job is to make 1,000 cupcakes an hour with the conveyor belt running, X number of cupcakes a minute, a second, or whatever, and someone slows everything down, you can wince in pain. You can show this expression on your face. You can cry out, screaming, "Ah, you're killing me!" Like, right? That's a way of connecting your emotions to the thing that's supposed to be happening according to some kind of thing, right? Now, when I tell you about my parable of brushing teeth, right? Um, the thing is not oh, I care so much about this one thing. This is the most important thing. I care about this more than I care about anything else. I'm never going to ask you to scrub the walls or the floor with a toothbrush. I'm never going to ask you to sand, with a block of wood, and a piece of sandpaper. I'm never gonna ask you to pick up shit off the floor or brush your hair. I just brush your teeth, brush your teeth. That's all I care about. Obviously, it's a um, it's like a shit test for all the other stuff, right? When you ask somebody, here's a simple thing, can you do it, right? And that whatever the first thing is, the person is like, right? Maybe there are circumstances where it would be better to look for other lower hanging fruit, right? With Misha, we've had success being like, okay, if you want to watch more stupid crap on YouTube, uh, will you write the alphabet or will you write, whatever, or will you do this or do that? And he's enthusiastic enough about doing something like that that sometimes he'll get like carried away on his own and he'll forget about immediately going back to YouTube. He'll write the alphabet and he'll continue writing because he's kind of engaged with what he's doing, which is essentially what you're trying to do. You're trying to say to somebody, hey, you need to go to the reset button and stop doing what you're doing on your own. You need to stop eating chips out of a bag, or you need to stop staring at a screen, and you need to do this thing first, just for a little while. Just do something else for a little while, or whatever. You can go back to the thing that you're doing, but you have to interrupt that to do something else. Um, with the teeth thing, the thing that I run into is you have a nighttime routine, and that routine is Make a bunch of food. Make a bunch of food until the little babies uh, don't say they want food anymore, and then wash up in the kitchen and turn off the lights and go to bed. Right, and you're locked out of the apartment. Your dad somewhere else. He went to the store. Um, well, try putting the key in the lock. And do you know the different moves you do where you kind of hold the key funny and press into the bottom, kind of, or press up to the top. Maybe there's a way of turning the lock. You could also call your dad and see if there's a trick to it. Okay. Right. So it's possible there's just a trick to engaging the tumblers. A lot of times with an old cheap lock mechanism, it will kind of slip. Are you saying that the key won't work and it doesn't turn? Okay, all right. I was talking about other women, so the radar kicked in. So yeah, I forget the name of the one. We'll just keep scrolling and see if I run into another one. This guy, uh, feral historian. I'll show you the ad. So, look, I'm getting paid for this somehow. I'm giving them free advertising. I'm a shill, a shill. Um, but this feral historian guy, he does stuff kind of in the same wheelhouse as that guy I was on sort of positive terms with. What's his name? The one that Page, you know, uh, Aaron Ward, you know, the sort of non-female deconstructing media politically stuff. We'll do stuff like that about Robert Heinlein. That was a nice break. Yes, dear, you're just locked out. You believe. Why? What did he tell you? Okay, so you just had a non-productive conversation. Can you tell me what the lock is doing? Is it just not turning? Okay, instead of wiggling it, try like pushing it in super hard and like up in the direction of the pointy teeth on the key. I would also like for you to try pulling the door handle, uh, a functional. I know. I also am not a functional person, and today my back is given out. Well, we've got a place to stay. We've got a roof over our heads. We can pretty much afford it. We could just sit here and be miserable. That wouldn't require figuring anything else out. You found the key. Okay. Does Saskia have her own copy of the key? Do you only have one copy of it on you? I can't hear you. I'm gonna hang up. You hung up. Okay, so who are a bunch of these? people and trying to complain about who are women. Uh, there's a Reddit thread about it. Good female you2b. Some of them have lavalier mics. Yeah, the girl survival guide. Mooney, Tara Mooney. I think that was one of them. It's kind of like the leftist stuff, but it's sort of there's a couple. Okay, where are the shorts by the farm chubby farm moms? There's a bunch of these chubby farm moms who have their shorts. Why do people? Okay, yeah, there's I remember part of it. What is this person's? Animal sanctuary. The vlogs, commentary, discussion, fashion halls, zoology student, daily life, pets, cooking, cleaning, clinics of Jenna Marbles. Okay, Carolina Zabrowska, I've seen that one. That one shoved in my feed. I was going to part of this litany. I can't do it quickly because I can't think of those names quickly. I have a psychological block on women's names and being, it's like running with three sizes or something. So it's a bad precedent. Looks for one. Go through my history. There's too many of them. Okay, this is another one. She looks like Call Me Chris to me, to the point where I thought they might be the same person or related. But I think she's just doing a similar kind of shtick to try and I think her name is Dimitri something. There's just a lot of them. Yeah, here's another one. This one just like talks about deviant art, fetish porn, drawings, and stuff like that. This is like a why do we need that? Why do we need like college level lectures about the shit posts on 4chan memes? I don't understand that. I really hate Asmongold. I really, really hate him. I really hate all the people he talks about. I really hate that entire. It's like if there was a TV news channel where Ted Koppel just talked about like personal drama with Peter Jennings going on. Big news, big news. Another newscaster farted, on a different channel. Oh, they got nothing to talk about. They got no. And that's just one of a kind. It, the male equivalent is much less. He's got his face in it. This guy So he's part of what I call bulb tube. He's a more minor one. He fits the stereotype of the British sounding, you know, right wing, whatever. But it's all according to a few, uh, mostly my history is just different versions of we built this city. But, that one, I'm having trouble finding anything I'm looking for. It's hard for me to tolerate listening to a woman in makeup with the professional glasses and professional clothes and professional microphone and professional, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a bedroom or home office or whatever. Um, and they're like, yeah, Frankie Faye is the name of the one who just does. Yeah, they all do that, and a lot of them just do. A lot of them just do like pseudo porn, like, you know, the dictionary of niche fetish internet content. There's so many people doing that. There's like, I guess there's probably thousands of women, you know, right now putting on a cute outfit with the big glasses and doing their hair and makeup and sitting in front of a microphone and whatever, and they're like made up newscasters for a channel that's about stupid internet shit. All the fucking, why are there all these clips channels for Twitch streaming? That has to stop. I'm so fucking tired of that. Is this one a female? I think it's not. I mean, it's all half of them do. You know, they talk about it's like prurient human interest stories. Yeah. So he's talking about someone with a, you know, a sex offender registry kind of thing who was wandering around in a Cookie Monster costume in a Santa Monica Pier. It's all just it's like the lolcow thing. And there's this one. Did you get in the house? Would you like me to try and drive there? Okay. I cannot do that. I cannot do that, man. All I can do is tell you, okay, what do you want me to do? As soon as your phone dies and I can't like immediately tell you, you know, this is what this says, this is what that says. Do you want me to click on it? I don't want to do that. Are you, you're logged in to Teams on my phone? Okay. You know, this always happens. You always create an emergency by through incompetence. Okay, so open Outlook. Is it? Uh, I don't want to do this. what's going to happen is you're going to tell me to respond to something, and then I'm going to type in. It says enter password. One, two, three, four, five. No, at. Okay. Hold on. All right. Now I have to open my authenticator app. Now I have to type in where's the one that said approved sign? Oh, I hate this. God damn it. Okay, swipe down. All right. Now it's loading. See, I tried to open the app, and that fucked up the whole thing because it was starting a pop up from within your mailbox. All right, 10 things in chat, 2 things in activity. 2 things in chat. Wednesday message from PSM HQ staff meeting. It says uh, 9:13 a.m. Diana just booked transmitted. Nothing. I don't know what the other message is. Uh, Okay, that's Teams. Please sign in to the Microsoft 365. Okay, now it's signed in. Now it's not signed in. Now it's signed in. Uh, Josequel, hello team, new shipping order 1228. Please see attached shipping. 12:28 p.m. Josequel Cook, new shipping order. I was reading it to you. Order products C00011. Why did it highlight it when I said that? Hello, Olga. Thank you for the information. RE award notification. Kari King, hello. Please see the attached update. Kari King. I could you please just try the lock? Okay. I feel like I've got to drive over there and open the door for you. When is your dad getting back there? Why? Oh, he didn't answer the phone at all. Okay. Did does he is he capable of using a text? He can't see a text if he gets one. He just won't pay any attention to it, or he'll see it and then ignore it. Okay, okay, he's like Linda. He only gets his phone out when he wants to message someone, and then they've got to respond to him immediately. But he never even keeps it with him. No, it's very annoying, and it is a big deal. Do all the windows on that one side with air conditioners in it with fruit on top of them have air conditioners? Is the one that doesn't have an air conditioner? Oh, never mind. No, I'm sorry. My back is fucked up, and I can't come get you. Oh. I just wish you could just try and open the door and not get frustrated and give up. I think the key would probably work if you just there's a trick to it. I think there's a trick to it and you're not aware of it. Uh, 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 no. Ow. I don't give a shit. was going to try and talk about shit. Isn't that moronic? No one cares about my opinion of the YouTubers. So I did the point that the masshole Miku Dimitri girl seems to be trying a form of look. It seems to have something to do with call me Chris look. And then there's a bunch of them. You have the glasses. Oh, Farm to Tabor. That's the chubby agriculture mom. So this is one. It's all. It's usually just her face. And then there's another one that's similar. What the hell is the name of the one that's so similar? But I remembered that. It's good. Why did I? It's similar. It keeps the history for shorts in a different spot. All I do is sit here and scroll into points. What did I watch? Why does Europe have zero euro banknotes? Conservatives 5 minutes after being bitten by a zombie. Asmongold clips. This interview broke the internet. Some Russian animation of a Tau fighting the Space Marine. Yeah, the Flobbles thing I showed you about Adam Sandler, the creepy TikTok cookie monster. Lesson of meme culture. Wizards with guns. Again, what? Oh, I hate all of this. Stupid Dragon Ball stuff. The Peter Griffin overdub for Superman. Uh, this guy seemed like a complete, like, dumb kid, slop YouTuber. This guy. He reminded me of the stuff that my kid gets. Okay, Wall Street Millennial is kind of like one rung down this line from that, the guy with the handgun. And then it gets more like automatically generated, and then you get into like the coin financials ones that are just all AI art. And, one of the voices. This guy, I don't understand his thing. Is he a person? Why is he covering like the stupid drama, like the Twitch streamer drama so aggressively? It seems like he must get some kind of compensation. I don't understand why anyone would have, like, be able to sustain their enthusiasm for this. I thought this guy reminded me of, the Dogman animations. His style seems very similar, but the content is just a little bit. It's kind of like What was that guy who died? Who was the dad on Full House? You know, he tried to be edgy. Um, the ATF thing, where it's illegal if you put a toothpick on it or something. Okay, here's a fetish channel that's all sneezes. It's a channel that's just clips of sneezing called Strongest Sneeze. It's just all sneezes. I was gonna send that to somebody. I thought it's just all sneeze based content. I don't know. I mean, I gotta admire your dedication to 5,000 subscribers. Joined in 2008. 6,800,000 views over that period of time. That's neat. Yeah, Wall Street Millennial. Like, it just seems like there's a gradient of compensation, and I don't know how much money there is out there for this. I don't know if it's funded by anything sinister. If it's just a lot of it is. Here's another one that's the same kind of shit. More perfect union is kind of like the obvious punching bag and stuff like that. Though you're probably funded by some, divorced tech billionaire wife. But this one, there's a bunch of how money works. They're all like vaguely left wing, sort of uplift people. Uh, this to me would be an example of people who maybe they're not, you know, uh, attractive women who are trying to farm the same kind of aura with content. Here's a better example of that same thing. You talk about how much you hate liberal white women by generating a bunch of, sexually something liberal white women. Anita Sarkeesian rape dungeon fan fiction. Uh, oh right, okay. Here's the other one. So here's this format of these like TikTok vertical video, round faced, you know, sort of pleasantly warm, chubby, agriculturally oriented moms. This one is called Parko's Permaculture. There's a bunch of them. Everybody picks a look. Look at me. Do you think I want to look like this? I'm offended. Most of you people, you have the option of trying to uh, shapeshift into a socially acceptable thing. It's like no matter what I do, I think I'm going to look like the bad guy from a CBS murder porn show. I don't think I can. They're going to be running at Detective Stapler is going to be trying to punch me. Is what's going to happen. That's what the Jews have done. You will never be able to see something that looks like this and think, oh, there's a nice person. Just get your quick word out. I still cannot understand how these are real people. That this, and it's kind of this is my Charlie Kirk. This is my like you're out there, you're doing it, you're trying really hard. Uh, my wife has pointed out they've got like 50, 60,000 subscribers, 800 videos. 900 videos. They put something out like once every day. That's commitment. Ow, ow, ow. They're working very hard. Why? What is the point? I don't want to blow my nose, but I don't think I can make it all the way to the bathroom with toilet paper. Ow. I like the bed too long. But who are all these people? How can you, like, how can you do this? Like, how much of their relationship do they spend, like, on split screens? It's like a significant amount. Are they in the same room? Are they like in the same house on different sides of the house? Why are they on split screen? I don't get it. And why do they look the same? It's like that joke in 101 Dalmatians where you have all the dogs that look like their owners. And like, are square glasses and round glasses, are they the same person? I don't get it. It's really weird. They're very strange people. Like, they don't look like, you're supposed to think, oh, these are conservatives. They don't look like conservatives. They really don't look like conservatives. It's very difficult to look at them and not think it's like a thing for them to dress up like that. The outfits. He looks like he's like, getting like, you know, financing rounds for a tech startup. She's like a Mennonite who left the religious order in order to pursue a degree in theoretical physics or something. It's just bizarre. I don't understand, on the level of like, if they were my neighbors, I would hope that they had a fulfilling life in private. But if I saw them walking around and they were doing the stuff they do on the internet where they talk about social issues the way they talk about it, I would be very confused. I think maybe it's just the format that they've decided on. I don't know why. I think I showed this one. That's. I think this is what she's famous for. No, not her. That's an eagle alien. This one, and it's in that sort of trending category of sexually ambiguous women. Uh, but there's just so many people doing weird things. And what the hell is this one? Who is this for? Is this for the same people as the bald British guys who stream about all that? They all look weird. They're weird. Their eyebrows. weird eyebrows. I don't get it. Everybody's got like Judge Judy vibes now. Okay, this would look like the vertical video chubby moms. Uh, like she's got the same look. She's doing a different kind of content, but she's got that same look. But it seems to be based mostly off of that. Seems like most everybody just does this. Yeah, this is like the more perfect union people. That's like that kind of thing. And there's a lot of them. Okay, that was in the thread from the Reddit scumbags. There's like the Filipino girl who does this kind of thing. They all do this same stuff. Is that just the way that people tend to let you go? There are a bunch of people. A lot of these I don't get fed by my feed. But some people make a bunch of recommendations and they're saying all the crap that I get in my feed. I would assume it has to do with some points along, I don't see it. It was up there. It was at the top. Talked about all the obnoxious ones. Maybe this is a different thread. I don't see that. No one. Oh my God. My intestines are sliding into my spine, and my spine is sliding into my intestines. Okay, I remember another one is funky frog bait. And a funky frog bait has a jerry curl mullet and kind of like a meat cannon. I don't like it. I don't like all this stuff. Stop showing it to me. I just want to shitpost. People don't read my. John Stossel is still alive. Why? There's just so many people doing this. I can complain about society. I don't think that should be a career path. I do this so that I don't complain about society when I'm out in society. Trying to get it out of my system. I don't have any expectation. Why is Kyle Hill on a commercial? So he's just, they're all doing the same shit. They're all just doing the same shit. And, uh, it would be nice if there was a way. Oh, there's a good one for that. There's, I mean, I guess it's kind of like advertising. Okay, this is going to be harder to find because there's a whole genre of women cleaning houses. I guess it's kind of looks like for porn at this point. Okay, how can I find this person? Getting kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet. This one. This is, it's like if somebody from an Amish community. There's a million people who do this. What is that accent? Is that just a lisp? Now, my only point is to say, is this a person who has made a conscious choice to try and build some kind of brand and career off of some kind of deliberate um, uh, performative, kind of, you know, curated expression? Uh, she's got 335,000 subscribers. She pays with pennies at restaurants. How long you can take that at buffets. I think she also does videos where she cleans, uh, like or stocks the shelves. But yeah, it seems strange. It seemed a little bit like the kind of content where there was a bunch of people behind it. A lot of the stuff does. Um, the consistently self-produced aesthetic, uh, you know, expose journalism. Uh, Jesus Christ. How? Uh, that that to me seems suspiciously coordinated. There's got to be thousands of people who are sitting in front of cameras, and pointing to the chart of the circular financing for NVIDIA. Uh, let me see. So that not exactly quick. It's a thing. Not a good performer. But yeah, I'm glad that there's a lot of stuff about complaining because I like complaining. So it's uh, it's easy for me to sit there and watch complaining. It doesn't really give me very much like new original ideas about what I could complain about or how to complain. I try not to repeat talking points from media. I think that's a road to being gaslit from gas, sort of cult-like kind of stuff. But wow, there's a lot of people who have made a sort of moderate career out of what I'm engaging in right now is the opposite of that. This is not economically productive, gainful activity. This is not, I am not contributing to the GDP by doing this. I might be letting some people know that my back hurts. Can't get up. Uh, but I'm not doing it. It's pretending to be useful. I'm just so tired. I have maybe like 3 or 4 things that I do with a computer or a smartphone on my own at all. The things I do on my own, none of them involve any social interaction. None of them involve sending a message to another human being. None of them involve any statistical uh, chance of human interaction. This, to me, what I'm doing right now, talking to a webcam in my house and a microphone in my house, somewhere where voyeuristically, I'm exposing myself like a naked person in a trench coat in Central Park. Um, there's a one in a very large number kind of chance. There's any actual conversation that ever happened between my words right now, or what I'm expressing right now, and anything else out in all of creation. It's very much like buying a lottery ticket. I wouldn't imagine that there are very many instances where someone has $2 in their pocket and doesn't want it there, and so they exchange it for a lottery ticket because then you have the physical lottery ticket, and it's the same kind of small square of paper trash. You have to put it in the same kind of place. Um, this is a little bit more straightforward as a time sink. Um, it's a way of, it's like a punching bag for talking to other people, um, which is not something I'm probably going to do, just like I'm probably not going to get in a fight in my life where I'm punching anyone and they're responding in kind, or I'm responding to them punching me. If that does happen, it's probably going to be under some set of circumstances where it's not even possible for me to exercise those muscles. Um, the same thing is true here. Uh, whatever whatever capacity I have to communicate or have an idea, um, or whatever, um, has probably essentially run its course in terms of being, um, connected meaningfully to the behavior or life of any other living person. Certainly, and, probably more than that. I don't think any meaningful trace of my existence is going to outlive me. Uh, I don't think any of my collected papers are going to be preserved or should. Uh, I don't really have anything like that. It revealed the same kind of thing as like a paper plate that I ate a pizza slice off of. It would just be a demerit on my hygiene, um, and coherence. Uh, what do you want now? I thought your phone was dead. What? Check your email again? When I tried to read it to you, you immediately blew me off. Oh, that's right. It's on the phone. I always forget. There's Teams on the thing is my stupid crap. All right. The blue picture envelope. All right. John Sinclair, AWB pre-alert, 110. John Sinclair, AWB pre-alert. All please see below details. Okay. Osorio McCormick, JJ, pre-alert. Good day. Truck has been dispatched. Hi, Maeve. Can I finish reading to mommy, Maeve? You got candy and popsicles? Maeve, you guys might have to go to the train at Linda's house so Linda can drive you here and get Misha. I'm sorry. I hurt my back and I couldn't take Misha to school. He's at Linda's house. Yeah, you're getting Saskia. I can't drive my car. I can't stand up or sit in a seat. I hurt my back. Remember when I was laying down and you said bye? Yeah, I was eating rice. Yeah, I still can't get up. I made instant coffee in the morning. I made the coffee powder to make 1 cup. Yeah, it's yucky. It doesn't taste as good as real coffee. So my mom. Okay, can you give the phone to mommy, Maeve? Say bye. Bye, Maeve. Uh huh. You're really not. You give me like 2 seconds to read off the titles, and I don't even get halfway down the list of them. Well, let me. I'm reading from the top. Okay. Uh, POD, new order, new shipping order. Hello team, hello Josie, all. Hello team, happy Friday. Hello team. Hello Olga. It has a red flag. Do you want me to click on it? Okay. Award notification. It's taking forever to load. Uh, it's a long chain. Hello, Olga. Thank you for the information. We're working to get these documents updated as requested below. Do you need us to change the contact information from Evgenia Rudenka to Tatiana Volokova as shown below in blue? Thank you, Vicky Macer, Border Processing Specialist. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I think you can get into the goddamn house. I know you walked a ways away. Do you like hit reply? It just says reply and reply order products, forward and edit recipients. Okay, if I hit the 3 dots at the top by the timestamp, it gives me a reply all message or option. Okay. All right. It says to order products CC Wakea and Irma +1. John Bannister. She's in the two line of the email. Uh, Hi. Add to. Oh, add the add symbol. Hi, and then it's got the add symbol Oswaldo Mendieta or whatever. And then what? This isn't in the subject line. This is in the body of the message. Uh-huh. Yeah. At the consignee. Oh, wait, it says 2 order products plus 2. Yeah, so it's already got Osvaldo. 2 order products, Muhammad Omar Ibrahimi and Osvaldo Mendieta. So do I backspace that? Okay. But do I still write hi at Osvaldo, who should be the contact at the consignee? Please reply. Uh, from ordered products sent to Olga. Uh, Thank you for the information. We're working to get these documents updated below. As requested below. Do you need us to change the contact information from Evgenia? Right, and then it says, thank you, Vicky Macer, order processing specialist. Please, please share the answer to the ICKID Vicky's question. All right, that's it. All right, then it says best regards, and it has your bullshit. All right. Oh, I'm hitting the button. Oh. Uh, you could totally open the door. There's a trick to it. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if a key is not supposed to be shitty. That means there's a trick to it and it sticks. Uh huh. Uh, I don't know, man. What resources will you guys have at that point? Do you have? Will she have her phone? You don't have a backpack. You don't have a charger. You don't have your laptop. Great. But Saskia might have her phone. All right. All right. Fine. You don't have the Amazon card. Oh, you're gonna get picked up by ICE. All right, all right. Why'd you get up? Pop that time. Anyway, there's all these people on YouTube complaining about society. Ow! I can do that. I can complain about society right now. Society's shit. Doesn't do anything. The following rich people are corrupt and did a bunch of bad things. Ugh. For a better squash. Yeah. What's something we can talk about? What's something we can talk about? Nobody cares about Charlie Kirk. He's a dead guy. His wife is going to be. Weird. That's what people think. Brigitte Macron might not be a man. Might just be ugly. Candace Owens might be crazy. She might be trying to look crazy to boost her appeal among crazy people and desperate men. What are some other things? Trump might die before he finishes his term, or before he gets to take over the government, because he's such a terrible monster, spending all his time doing interior renovations and remodeling. Truly an evil mastermind. Next, he'll put a putt-putt course on the lawn. Or maybe demolish some of the office buildings in DC, turn it into a golf course. I like that idea. Trump demolishes historic, government office buildings, plans new golf course, and vineyard. I don't know what else he knows how to do. He could turn Gaza into a golf course, turn Syria into a golf course. Any place you got a problem, just turn it into a golf course. Deport the problematic population. Keep deporting. My teeth are causing me growth. Die. Is this shirt blue? I thought it was black. Can't tell. I have a couple green pants that look brown under fluorescent light, or maybe they're brown and they look green under fluorescent light. I go outside and I'm like, what? What's happening? Oh. Ooh, popping. Making popping noises. Ah. It's kind of boring. It's no sense of detachment. Problems with the stock market class. Not really something I think I do. The Titanic and it's sinking. It's not really important to do captain, especially if you're on it and steering. Not relevant to life motivation. Nor is it really desirable to try. That's the wrong time to start social climate. An emergency. There's also, I forgot about the science communicator hitches. Angela Collier, you2b's, whatever, Australian one, that's the SMR place. There's a bunch of them like that. But there's just all within unpredictable. They fit certain boxes. I don't know if that's a question of kind of people who get promoted because of what's appealing to people. Most of the content is driven by horny people. Restrictive circumstances. You can't just public porn. I don't know, block in certain countries or something. There's YouTube and stuff. I don't know how freely available lurid content would have to be until stuff that was intended to be fine-minded entertainment, not stripped of lurid stuff. It seems like, the opposite is the case with something like I pointed one of them out, like Frankie Fed, right? And there's the one, what's her face? With glasses. Sorry, I remember the name of it. Does the same kind of stuff. She reads historical Kiwi Farms kind of drama, bull cow kind of stuff. again, these kind of like pseudo killer porn give an interest story for it. Here are some of the most unsuccessful people in society. Here's a bunch of people who put their dick in a cartel pipe. Here's a bunch of people who pooped in grocery stores on the produce. Here's a video of the top 10 preschool teachers who molested their students or something. It's just there's a lot of pointing at grotesqueness. Why is it so cold? I'm just kind of I don't know. I guess I'm astounded at how my own physiological deterioration is something that's mirrored in the shit that gets served to me as some kind of television commercial portal to the rest of reality. Oh, ow, 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 ow. And a peel at compost refrigerator. Do I have any meaningful and useful opinions to share with the world? I do not. I am invalid. Oh. All right. That's it. That's it. Rotten table squash. I'm sorry for the loss. Oh, I hate these fucking pies. My mom keeps dumping them. Oh, I guess they're fun to buy because they're so cheap. Like a big wet dump. In a plastic trash can lid. It's because I laid in bed for too long. Let's get my back out. Oh, this guy is cool. Like, oh boy, something might finally kill some of these fucks. I think that's how most people felt. I think they were excited. There's a pandemic? Really? I don't think most people are rooting for us. They're like, like an alcoholic who knows they're an asshole. But maybe that's the nature of our economic and social system. People who have power in it don't enjoy having to push around the people they don't like having to work with. They're disappointed in. They're a dysfunctional family. You've got dysfunctional employee figures in the dysfunctional family, and they don't like their kids. They don't like their family. They don't expect a lot out of them. They try and get everything they can out of them. But it's abusive and performative and belittling. And kids think parents are assholes. They get money after they die or whatever. Putting in an effort. Not really contributing voluntarily or enthusiastically. Not trying to do anything. The space I live in, almost impossible to think of trying to prepare elaborate meal. It's so tiny and restricted. The kitchen's basically like a vending machine in design. I think sort of intentionally. It was really horrible. Maybe it would taste better if there wasn't so much of it. Did anything happen? What happened to that Novo Nordisk guy who passed out at the news conference. I don't know. An article pleaded to hack the news instead of news. Toxic sulfancy dust triggers changes in lung microbiome after just 1 week. Sam Altman subpoenaed on stage. That's neat. What was that? Was it for the murder of the... read 34 replies. Nope. Not Twitter. Okay, why don't we go back and read the stupid thread? 2 comments. From a source with more info. Activist group Stop AI, known for organizing protests, claimed responsibility. Group stated Altman's subpoena was tied to their upcoming trial, in which members will face charges for nonviolent demonstration. Sends from a group trying to make headlines. Well, that's sad. NASDAQ 100 set for worst week since April meltdown. Whenever the stock market goes down, there is a default, like the algorithmically produced headline that says this is the worst time since the last time this was bad. Usually a good signal. Anyway, still above where it was a few weeks ago. You should write an AI agent. The universe's expansion is not accelerating. Oh, that would be so disappointing if we weren't inside a black hole and could think of existence completely. Google News. Okay. I'm going to read the news to you because, boy, this is one of the things that I was saying. Right, read shitty manga aggregator site. Mostly horrible isekai. It's like isekai. I think the intended audience is people who don't have the willpower to play a video game anymore. It's very depressing. The genre is founded on the idea that people hate their lives so much they wish they could exist within a very predictable 1980s, early Japanese role-playing game like Dragon Quest or something. White House asked court to block food stamps order. A whole ruling on SNAP funding. Pay $30 million. Cornell restored funding. Restore $250 million. Strikes deal with White House. Reaches $60 million. 15th vote ending shutdown. ADL talks about Donnie. What What happened to the guy who... Virginia Republican who shared violent texts from prominent Democrat loses re-election. Bikers pushing predators into dangerous territory. Hundreds of thousands of tech workers are in trouble. Why is the thing where the guy fell down? My topics based on you got my interests. What the fuck? Nancy Pelosi. The job market is slowing, not collapsing. Restriction of the alleged drug boat. Death toll to 70. Flights canceled. Government shutdown. Most metropolitan states in America. From that thing is always advertising. It's data bullshit. Advanced 2.5 million year old tools. Probiotic combo. Gold moves above 4,000 after dip. Soaring health insurance premiums jeopardizing lives. Yeah, it's not. There wasn't another mass shooting. Oh, there's the stuff about the giant riots in the streets. That was supposed to happen. Walmart. Nobody leads Democrats. Supermarket billionaire threatens to cut workforce move to Florida. Democrats consider prolonging the shutdown. Sandwich thrower found not guilty. Elise Stefanik runs for governor. Supreme Court considers petition to overturn same-sex marriage. Viktor Orban meets with Trump. Seven people fall ill at joint base injuries after suspicious package opened. Oh boy, I hope it's 12 monkeys virus. Probably not. Is it super COVID? Evaluated, treated by base personnel and released. No one was hospitalized. rancid fish. Something punchy in my pie. Bad honey way. When I opened this, something would say, what happened in the bag into the restaurant. Cleaning worker who was mom of 4 fatally shot after mistakenly going to the wrong home. Was she Hispanic? Home she intended to go to is behind and one where she and her husband went. Brother fell into her husband's arm and shot through the door of the home. Almost 4 decades, Nancy Pelosi has served the American people. Axelrod calls ADL's response to Muldowney's election shockingly gratuitous. Arranging peace meeting between Muldowney and the ADL. Pardons former Tennessee House Speaker convicted of fraud charges. Farmer's Almanac announces final publication after 208-year run. Aww. Oregon County cities use funds for food assistance as Trump administration appeals SNAP ruling. UPS served its first lawsuit just days after deadly plane crash. Death toll rises to 13. The olive pie is terrible. Suck cow. Digital media manager. Louisville, Kentucky, days after UPS cargo plane caught fire, crash and explosion. Louisville class action lawsuit been filed. Suing UPS as well as GE. Person on the lawsuit, Shakira, claims the explosion shook her home and exposed her to harmful toxic smoke. That's tragic. Death toll rises to 13. Supreme Court lets Trump enforce new policy on passport sex designations. Trump punches new $35 billion hole in national debt with deal for Medicare to cover your Ozempic. Trump strikes deal to lower cost of Wegovy. Jay Jones transition team to be co-led by ex-governor from blackface scandal, abortion outrage. Virginia teacher shot by student wins $10 million verdict against ex-assistant principal. Keir Starmer warns consensus is gone on fighting climate change. I got nothing. So Mamdani has started a war the Democrats cannot win. This is the worst crust. Oh. The cheap stuff at Costco is very sad now. They should just fade it out. Cannot afford to make it like that anymore. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. I can't wait till I get turned into a killer robot. Be the happiest killer robot. Less than your dozens of Indonesian mosques. Canadian ostrich saga captivated RFK Jr. ends his birds cold. Probably killed all those ostriches just to piss off RFK Jr. Stuck their heads in the sand. China builds a new aircraft carrier. Man digging swimming pool in his garden in France discovers gold worth $300,000. How a man in France who could afford a swimming pool surely needed the money. Was it like a rich person? Big swimming pool, or was it like a little thing? carried in plastic bags. Now, Egypt and Turkey are wary of disarmament language. Typhoon Call Me Gay kills 3 in Vietnam. I don't think that's how it's pronounced. Password to Louvre's video surveillance system was Louvre, according to employee. Louvre heist suspect is social media star and former museum guard. Because I am a Jew, Bram Breslavsky recalls torture, sexual abuse at the hands of PIJ captors. Ooh. Ukraine's valiant defense of Pokrovsk is nearing its end. U.S. Center for European Policy Analysis, Pokrovsk, where Putin shattered his teeth. Wall Street Journal, Russian forces in Ukraine near first major conquest in more than 2 years. AP News, Ukraine's army fights to hold Pokrovsk in battle for territory and narratives. Reggae legends call on public for help in Jamaica. "50 or 60 people in a single street," witnesses describe civilian killings in Sudan, South last year. EU forces free crew after Somali pirate attack on tanker. Well, dear, I'm not finding anything. Japan, riot police loud coal bears with rifles. How's in the world is mine? I hate you, Google News. Nothing to say. I just have absolutely nothing to say. I should shouldn't do this to people. Someone might accidentally click on this. You know, fit of self-loathing, and I leave it on, and there's nothing to say. It wouldn't even be interesting enough if I was like a gay Nazi cannibal serial killer secretly or something. That wouldn't be enough of a payoff. You know, nobody's going to sit through thousands of hours of this. Where do people find the energy for stuff like that? And round and holes. Catfishing people successfully. None of these things are making sense. Now I can hear it pop. I don't know if you can hear it pop, but I can hear it pop. There it goes. Ow. Do I have anything I think about? It's something to talk about. My Dyson sphere. I think that was completely kicked in the balls by Angela Collins. Just they're like, I'm a scientist, I'm actually smart, I know what I'm talking about, you're a dumb boy. And it was such yours with that about crisis. Like, I don't want to look stupid in front of her. That's humiliating. I don't want to talk about my stupid Dyson sphere idea. What else have I got? Basically the opposite of nanotechnology. It's kind of like the same thing. Orders of magnitude. Something really hard to understand because it's so far outside of your own perception. Really, really big. Too big to think about. Too small. Well, what else could happen in China besides a meteorite hitting someplace that wasn't wiping out most of the people? What the plague? Sounds painful. I guess dysentery would be. And other people die of dysentery, humiliation. My butt hurts when I poop too much. I don't want to have that happen to me. The butt pain is very, very painful pain. It has to do with my sciatica, my intestinal stuff is probably connected. Okay. Now herniated bulging, rest of the thing. What will happen with fake AI jobs, fake AI robots, fake technology jobs? Mm. Surviving a nuclear war would involve a lot of driving. Uh, gas ration. Walking. That would be nice. Maybe killer chickens. There's a lot of them. What if they were killer chickens?